The best relationship you can ever have on this earth is the relationship that you develop with yourself, because the quality of every other relationship you would have is highly dependent on the quality of relationship you have with yourself. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some practical ways you can build a healthy, thriving relationship with yourself. But before we get right into the video proper, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now would be a time for you to hit the subscribe button and join this family, especially if leveling up is of importance to you. Now, when we checked the analytics, the back end, we realized that most of the people who watch the videos on the Winnie School of Elegance community aren't even subscribed. And whenever I hear people say, Winifred, we missed you, I've missed your videos, it's because you aren't subscribed to the channel. We don't miss an upload every Sunday. So if you miss the upload, it's not because we missed it, it's because you didn't get notified. And the only way you can get notified is if you are subscribed to the channel. And then of course, if you press the bell just right beside the subscription button, so you can instantly get notified whenever we upload a new video. And then of course, our email list is open for anyone who wants to join. On that platform, I also share valuable information that can also help you level up, and I don't share the information anywhere else. So check the description box down below for the link on how you can join the email list today. I think that's pretty much all of the announcements. Now let's get right into the video proper, shall we? The most common types of relationships that I've seen people try to build in today's modern society is trying to build a relationship with the opposite sex, where you find a boy or a girl trying to get someone else to come into a relationship with them, to love them, or you see a girl trying to find a girlfriend, or it's always a relationship with somebody else. You see someone trying to develop their relationship with their moms, you see them trying to develop their relationship with their dads, or parents trying to develop their relationships with their children. But it is really hard to find someone say, I'm trying to develop or work on a relationship with myself. And I believe so much so that the most important type of relationship that you would ever have is the one that you have developed with yourself. Because when you have developed a relationship with yourself, it will be easier for you to develop a relationship with anybody else. And you would be mindful of the kind of relationships that you develop with other people. So developing a relationship with yourself is not only important for other relationships that you would have, it's also very valuable to you as a person, because it will help you get to understand yourself. It will help you get to love yourself, see yourself as someone that is worthy, someone that is valuable, someone that matters. If you don't have a relationship with yourself, you will not see yourself like that. So all of that attention and the love and the care and the forgiveness and the grace you seek from others, or you so freely wish to give others, have you started giving it to yourself? If you haven't, this video is going to help you, show you the things that you need to do to start building and developing a relationship with yourself. So then the question today is, how can you start building a relationship with yourself? And I've put down a number of points that can guide you on your journey. And the very first point that I've put down here is you need to start seeing yourself as a person who is worthy and deserving of love. Now, seeing yourself as a person who is worthy or deserving of love, sometimes you think should happen automatically because you're already yourself, so you should love yourself. But I've seen people who claim that they are deserving of love, not giving themselves the love that they think they're deserving of. And they're seeking this love and this attention from other people. The one way you can start seeing yourself as someone who is deserving of love is to practice the law of detachment. What this simply means is you see yourself as a second party looking into your life. So the same way you would observe a friend of yours, you would observe their actions, their attitudes, and things that they do to decide whether or not they're a good fit to be in a relationship with, is the same way you need to start observing yourself. So detach from yourself and start observing you. How do you do that? It's a mental thing. Detach, step out of who you are, and then stand somewhere and just look at yourself. Watch how you talk to yourself. Watch how you treat yourself. Watch how you carry yourself. Watch the things you say to yourself. Start observing the things that you say to yourself. Start observing how people treat you. And ask yourself, is that treatment worthy of someone who actually loves herself? When somebody treats you in a funny way and you know you truly love yourself, and most of the times you end up accepting the ill treatment from them, you ask yourself, is that treatment am I worthy of that treatment? Am I deserving of that treatment? I love myself enough not to treat myself that way. So I wouldn't let somebody else treat me that way. And the only way you can do that is detach. Literally detach yourself from yourself and start looking at yourself from a bystander point of view. Detach yourself and start to see yourself as somebody worthy of love. You are deserving of love. All the love you think your girlfriend deserves or your boyfriend deserves or that boss deserves or that uncle or that mother or that father deserves, you are deserving of it as well, because you are also a human being created in the image and in the likeness of God, who has a role and a purpose to fulfill on the earth. So that love you so much think everybody else deserves, you are also very much deserving of it. And the one way to do that is to use the law of detachment to achieve it. Detach and look at yourself from a bystander point of view. Observe everything that happens to you. The ones you don't like, start paying attention to them, fix them, correct them. The ones you like, improve on them and continue on them. That's the one way that you can start loving yourself and building a relationship with yourself today. The second way you can start building a beautiful relationship with yourself today would be for you to go back to your roots. Go back in time and have a moment of self-reflection by going back into the past few years of your life and then highlight every moment that you ever felt hurt, either by the actions of others or by your own actions, things that you caused for yourself. So reflect on the past. What are some things that has happened to me as a person ever since you gained your consciousness as a human being? What are some of the things that has happened to you that you know that you didn't like? What are some of the things that you know that you disapproved of or didn't help you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically? Identify those things and then ask yourself this question. Out of all of these things, which one did I cause by myself and then which one was caused by other people? It's important that you spend some time to reflect on the past so that you know the actions that have shaped you to be who you are and to see if any of your current actions is influenced by the experiences of the past. Because sometimes we carry baggages of the past that we have no business carrying. Unconsciously and subconsciously, we carry them on till now and they slow us down on our journey. So the only way to drop those baggage and drop the weight of the baggage is to go back to your roots. Find out the experiences that have hurt you. Find out whether you are the one who caused it or if someone else caused it. And then find ways to heal from those experiences so that you can drop the weight of the baggage and continue to move forward. If you carry the baggages along on your journey to developing a healthy relationship with yourself, you will find that you will continue to struggle. You will continue to suffer. You won't want to be by yourself. You won't love yourself because you are still carrying a lot of weight from your past. So the point I'm trying to make with this second point is go back to your roots and heal from your childhood traumas. Heal from those experiences that you didn't like, that weren't palatable. Don't carry them along with you as you progress into your adult years. Heal from them. Drop the baggage, drop the weight so that you can continue your journey to loving yourself and building a healthy relationship with yourself in the most beautiful way. The reason you seek relationship with everyone else but yourself is you are afraid of facing yourself. You are scared of facing your fears. Face the fears. Face the things that have hurt you. Face them head on. They are not bigger than you and you have the ability and the strength to conquer them. But until you face yourself and deal with the issues, you will not be able to have a relationship with yourself. And that thing you are seeking from everybody else that they can't give you, you are the only one that can give it to yourself. So if you are not redeveloping or building that relationship with yourself, you will continue to lack those things because you will never find it in the relationships with other people. So go back to your roots. Deal with the issues. Heal from the traumas. Heal from the traumas, I promise you. It is one of the best things you can ever do for yourself. I filmed a video on how I healed from my own childhood traumas, the steps that I took, I'm going to put the link to that video in the description box, or you can search for the video on the channel. It's somewhere there. Apply those practical steps and heal from your childhood traumas, okay? The third thing that you can start doing to develop a relationship with yourself will be for you to forgive yourself of every past hurt and start giving yourself grace. Forgive yourself of the past. And the only way you can forgive yourself of the past is if you perform steps 2 very effectively. Go back, figure out the ones that you caused with your own hands, and forgive yourself. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to wallow in the regrets of the past, the mistakes of the past. It's not okay. Move forward, drop the baggage, move forward. Forgive yourself. The same way people tell you forgive others, forgive others, forgive others. Have you forgiven yourself? One of the best advices that anyone ever gave to me, this was even given to me by a guy. There was a time I was going through somewhat of a challenge in my life. And he said to me, Winifred, forgive yourself. That was the first time somebody ever told me or made that statement to me. Forgive yourself. And I was like, oh, can I forgive myself? What did I do to myself that requires me to forgive myself? And when I performed step 2 and reflected in the past, I realized, wow, I have been punishing myself for things that were not even my fault. And even if they were things I did with my own hands, again, if you look at things from the grander scheme of things, they were not your fault. They were not my fault because I wasn't taught. I can only do what I know. So I did my best with the knowledge I had. And then I made some mistakes that made me really beat myself up. But then that guy said to me, Winifred, forgive yourself. And then I forgave myself, and my life has been beautiful ever since. For just listening to that one advice. So what is that thing you need to forgive yourself of? Forgive yourself. Let it go. Forgive yourself. And under this point, I also said, as you progress on your journey, you will still make mistakes. You will still have setbacks. You will still experience challenges. As you're experiencing those things, be quick to be graceful or gracious with yourself. Forgive yourself and extend some grace to yourself. Treat yourself with the same grace and compassion you will easily offer somebody, or you will want somebody else to treat or offer you. Give yourself the grace. When you make a mistake, Winifred, you did this, but it's fine. Next time we'll do better. Forgive yourself and keep it pushing. Don't beat yourself over a little mistake that you have made. And then when you know better, you do better. And that's the reason why it's important for you to strive to know better. And then help yourself with the discipline to do better when you know better. So the most important thing I want you to take from this point is forgive yourself of past mistakes. Forgive yourselves of mistakes that you haven't even made yet. And then, of course, extend yourself with some grace and compassion. Somebody hurts you, they tell you, forgive me. You forgive them. But you hurt yourself, but you can't even forgive yourself and have compassion on yourself. It's yourself. Love you, baby. Love you. Love you. Thank you. Next point that I put down here on how you can start building a beautiful relationship with yourself from today is make a fresh commitment to yourself. That from today, you will do everything it takes to start giving yourself the love that it truly deserves. Like I said at the beginning, you are worthy of love. You are deserving of love. Make that commitment today that, see, from this day henceforth, Winifred Uwania, I am going to love you like I've never loved you before. Then of course you have to now go and find out what it means to truly love yourself. And then of course that's what this video is for. So that love that you would freely give to other people, putting other people first. I'm going to share more on that later. Putting other people first, doing things to please other people. Start pleasing yourself. Start doing it with yourself as well. The next point that I put down here on how you can start to build a good relationship with yourself would be for you to start showing up better for yourself. Start showing up better for yourself. You know how you meet somebody and you're trying to impress them, you're trying to do everything to get in their good books? Start doing everything to get in your good books. Start doing everything to make you proud. There's this trend that's been going on lately on social media where people are writing things like, oh, I met with my younger self, we had coffee, we talked, and they're blah, 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 things like that. Some people have said that they met with their younger self and they weren't proud to actually even tell the younger self who they are as an adult. And that for me, I felt really sad for those people, even though most of them have been good things, some have been actually very bad things that they don't really like their adult years. That can change if you would learn to start showing up better for yourself. Do the things you know you need to do to develop yourself and be the best version of yourself. Stop waiting for luck. Stop waiting for chance. Stop waiting for life to hand you handouts. You go forth and take the damn handouts from life and start doing the things that you know you need to do to advance your purpose. Do the things that you know you need to do that's required of you to become the best version of yourself. If you're watching me today, then I must commend you for your efforts because you're doing something that's actually going to make you the very best version of yourself. And if you're a loyal member of the Winnie School of Elegance community, then I must also commend you for being a loyal member because truly you're taking the steps that you need to take to actually become the very best version of yourself. And that is you truly loving yourself and trying to build a relationship with yourself just in case you didn't know. So show up for yourself. The loyalty and love you show others, start showing yourself. You love that guy. Can you love yourself the way you love him? When you see that guy next time, when you want to do something for him, ask yourself, have I done that thing for me? You want to spend your last savings to buy him a gift to impress him. Ask yourself, have I done that for me? You want to make him a meal. You go to the market, you buy the food, you clean up everywhere. Ask yourself, have I done that for me? You want to surprise him. You want to be there. You want to be nice. You want to be gentle. You want to be careful. You want to be loving to that guy. Ask yourself, have I done that for me? The question always should be, the way I'm loving that guy, have I loved myself like that? Am I able to do the same things for myself? Start showing up for yourself like that. Then, of course, develop your skills. I've said that so many times on the channel. Develop your skills. Hone your skills, acquire knowledge, get information that helps you thrive and be a better person. Get information about the different aspects of your life. If you're someone who lacks confidence, can you learn how to become a confident person? If you're someone who lacks the basic soft skills, can you learn how to improve on your networking skills, on your communication skills? Can you learn how to improve on your physical appearance? Can you learn these skills that actually help you thrive every day in life? Speaking of communication skills, we have a course in the Winnie School of Elegance community called the Art of Speaking Eloquently and Elegantly course. And this course is for anyone who wants to level up in their communication. If you want to level up and start communicating your thoughts, feelings, and ideas in the most effective way possible, both in your professional and in your personal life, then this course is definitely for you. So I would advise you right now to click the link in the description box down below to get more information about the course and then how you can access it and start using it today so that you can start building the skills that help you communicate effectively. Because someone who is an effective communicator is someone who literally can advance their purpose in the fastest way by just clearly communicating the things that they desire or communicating their thoughts, their feelings, and their ideas. And that's, of course, one way you can also build a thriving relationship with yourself. So what are the things you need to do to start showing up for yourself today? Start doing them. Show up for you. Show up for you. The next practical step you can take to start building a relationship with yourself will be for you to do an audit of your life. Fire anyone who is not intentionally and purposefully adding value and substance to your life. This one is something you need to do intentionally. Don't just have people around you. Your inner circle should be filled with quality people who are adding value to your life and whose lives you are adding values to. See, let me tell you something. I've always been the one who wanted girlfriends, who wanted to have a rich quality of friends. And in the area of having guys as my friends, I have quite a number of those. But when it came to the women folks, I really wanted girlfriends. But when I got my first friend, second friend, third friend, I said, you know what, God, it's okay. I've had enough. Why? It takes a lot of effort to actually manage and develop the friendships. It takes a lot of requirements. So sometimes I wonder how people are able to deal with having multiple friends in their lives, multiple people in their circle, when I know the effort it takes to just even manage one and ensure that it is thriving on a healthy level. So the point I'm making under this point is, look at the people in your life, especially the people in your inner circle, and do an audit. Anyone that you know or you think is not adding any form of value to your life, it's time for you to cut them off. Cut them away. And then intentionally start filling up your inner circle with quality people. This thing called networking, See, use it to your advantage. Don't just see it as one word that has been bastardized. Network and start gaining or building friendships with quality people who can add value to your life. One of my major goals in life was to have friends who I can pick up my phone and call and say, please, I beg, I need 10 million naira. I'm just using that as an example. There are many ways. I need 10 million naira. And the person will say, okay, just send me your account number. Now I have friends who can do that for me without asking me twice or questioning me on why I need the money. People who who can show up for you in ways that you know that you are deserving of. Those are the kind of people you want in your life. You don't want someone who comes in your life and all they're doing is gossip about everyone else. They are draining you of your energy, your time, your passion. They are draining you and zapping life away from you. Those people, send them out. Send them out. It's your life. You're building a life. You are building something beautiful. You don't want cankerworms coming into your life and sipping and destroying the things that you are using your own hands to build. So do an audit. Fire people accordingly. The next way you can start to build a relationship with yourself today will be for you to learn to prioritize your self needs. Learn to prioritize yourself. Learn to prioritize your needs above everything else. Now, yes, the Bible has said esteem others, but always consider your feelings before you give into the demands of others. Prioritize your needs. Pretty much all I'm saying on this point. And every time someone comes to you to demand something of you, ask yourself if their demands are in alignment with your values and your own personal goals. So I put down a couple of examples that can help me buttress my point a lot further. So you have set out to do your work for the week, and someone pops in out of nowhere and says, can we go and hang out? Before you say yes, check in with yourself first. Don't just say, okay, let's go, because you feel like you owe the person or you're obligated to say yes to that person. Check in with yourself first. If I leave this task that I'm doing, would it suffer? How would I face the consequence? What's the detriment to me? And if you know that it is too costly to leave that task, tell that friend no. Hold on or no. A no is a no. If you know you can still make the time for the hangout, you tell, okay, hold on, give me 2 hours, 3 hours to complete my task, I beg. My task is important to me. Show up for yourself first. Prioritize your needs first. The next one is you'll meet a guy one day and is demanding you for sex. Don't just give it to him because he asked. And I've heard girls say, oh, I couldn't say no. You can say no, my darling. You can say no. He is asking you for sex. You check in with yourself. This sex I'm about to give this guy, does it align with my moral values? Does it align with who I am? How would I feel after I'm done having sex with this guy? Would I feel happy? Would I feel okay? Would I feel guilty? If you will feel guilty, why do you give in to it? Because you want to please a guy, a mere mortal who will turn around the next day and turn his back on you, or wouldn't even be there when you call on him to help you out with something. And then you give him something as precious and as vital as your body. So before that happens, check in with yourself. And if it doesn't align with your moral values, my dear, no. No is no. Another example I put here is someone calls you out of the blues. Before you pick the call, see, this is what I do. When somebody calls me, before I pick up that call, I look at who the person is. Then I look at the track record I've had of calls with that person. What was the track record like? Did I enjoy the conversation, especially when it comes to personal phone calls? Did I enjoy the conversation? How did I feel during the conversation? How did I feel after the conversation? If the conversation that I've had with this person time and time again has been draining, long, pulling out energy from me, I won't even pick. That's the truth. I won't pick. I won't pick up. I'll just text or something. I won't pick. But if I know that this conversation with this person would vitalize me, refresh me, re-energize me, I pick. So I'm checking with myself first before I make the move. I'm not just acting based on, oh, I need to satisfy that person's desire or needs. Another one is you go to a guy's house and you're quick to become the homemaker. You cook food, you tidy everywhere, you want to clean, you want to go to the market, you want to show him that you are the perfect homemaker. But when we come to your own house, your house is so disorganized and scattered. Your house is smelling. We don't even know what is happening in your house. You can't put that same energy to arrange your house. But you go to a guy's house and then you are the best homemaker in town. Guys, start showing up for yourself. You go the extra mile to do things for other people, but when it comes to yourself, you start procrastinating. You lose the discipline. You lose the mojo to get the job done. That needs to stop today. Stop being scared of disappointing others and putting yourself last. Put yourself first. I'm not saying you should be selfish. I'm just saying start learning to put yourself first. Put your needs first. Value yourself first. And then from there, you can now continue to give and pour into others. That's pretty much all I'm saying. This next one is a no-brainer. And it's simple. The one way you can get to build a relationship with yourself is for you to spend quality time with yourself. Start learning to spend quality time with yourself. All those hours you spend scrolling on social media, looking into other people's lives to see what they are doing and what they're about. Can you spend those time or those hours in your own life. You want to go for all the O1 bear parties in the world. Every Saturday you're looking for outing. Oh, I have 3 events. Oh, I have 4 events. You will spend hours every time with other people. But when it comes to spending time with yourself, you can't spend 10 minutes with yourself without getting bored. You are constantly looking for people to hang out with. You can't sit down in your house. You can't just sit down there and enjoy quality time with yourself. Somebody calls you to meet up somewhere, you quickly leave everything you're doing, you run away from yourself to go and meet up with this person. How? That ought not to be. That time and attention that you're seeking with others. I'm not saying don't spend time with people. Spend time with people. But can you spend a large chunk of that time you want to spend with other people with yourself? That's how you build and develop a relationship with yourself. So find things you can do with yourself. Sit still in silence and meditate. Watch a movie by yourself. Cook a meal for yourself. Romanticize your life. Love on you. Pour yourself a glass of wine. Sit down, sip it, enjoy it. Stay on your bed, relax on your bed and just be there in your thoughts. Savor the moments with yourself. Take yourself out on a date. That date you want a guy to take you on, take yourself on it. You see that hiking you want to go with that your friend, go for it. That coffee date, go for the coffee date. Travel yourself. Don't wait for someone to come with you. Do it with yourself. You are with yourself. Remember that you may be a body, but you are a spirit and a soul who also needs to be well connected with each other. So are you in connection with your spirit? Are you in connection with your soul? Do those things yourself. Start building a relationship with yourself by learning to spend quality time with yourself. Okay? This next one, again, very important. Start recognizing yourself and recognizing your worth. It's easy to see what other people are accomplishing and doing, and then you're praising. You're pouring praise and accolades and love on them. But when it comes to yourself, you start to point out all the little flaws, all the things you didn't do right. You start to beat yourself up over it. Meanwhile, you are giving praise and pouring attention and love to somebody else who has done something that is not even up to what you have done. Stop it today. Praise yourself. Recognize your worth. Recognize your value. Understand that you're somebody of value and importance as well. Start affirming yourself. Recognize your strengths. The things that you know how to do really good. Recognize it. Pat yourself in the back for them. Build on them. And then the ones that you know you might call a weakness, start working on improving on them to become better at them. So start recognizing yourself and your worth. Stop beating yourself up at any slightest mistake or error that you make. Then you go out there and you are clapping so loud and hard for other people, and then you won't come and do the same clapping for yourself when you have done something right. So start recognizing yourself, start recognizing your worth, start recognizing your value today. You are someone of value. You do something that is valuable and significant, pat yourself in the back, clap for yourself. Cheer yourself on and applaud yourself the way you would applaud other people. That's how you start building a relationship with yourself. This next point is stay loyal to yourself. Always stay loyal. This is more like putting yourself first. But loyalty requires you to always check in and be sure that you, your spirit, your soul, and your body are aligned with that thing before you do it. You are aligned with that, whatever, maybe someone wants you to do something. Does your spirit want you to do it? If your spirit doesn't want you to do it, stay loyal to yourself instead of giving in to the pressure someone else is throwing at you. Stay loyal. Loyalty means you care for the things that concern this person. You are mindful of how you show up for this person, how you talk about this person. So what does loyalty, when you show loyalty to others, how do you show it? Start showing yourself that kind of loyalty as well. You are deserving of it. Okay? See, this next one is, a lot of people make this mistake so much. The one way you can start building a relationship with yourself is for you to start celebrating your wins and your accomplishments. Put down here that every win deserves a celebration. When it comes to other people, somebody has done something and he has called you to celebrate. You spend all the money. Maybe a friend of yours, a colleague of yours that you barely know at work is getting married. And he says, I want you to buy my ashwebi. You know you can't afford that ashwebi, but you go and buy it for your colleague just so that you can go and celebrate with them. Meanwhile, something happens in your life. You can't celebrate your own win. They can't even come and celebrate with you. But you've spent how much going to celebrate O1 bear party with someone that you barely know, when you know you couldn't even afford the money they asked you to come and pay. But when it comes to your own win, you can't celebrate your own. Your own is that, don't worry, you push it to the back burner. You can't do the things that help you feel good. You can't. When it comes to spending that money that you know maybe you have done something, splurge a little. You say, no, not on me, but somebody comes, Winifred, come and buy this ashrebi, come and buy this thing to make me feel good. You're quick to spend and satisfy them and make them happy, but then you won't make yourself happy. Start celebrating your wins the way you celebrate other people's wins. Next point I put here is embrace your imperfections. Whatever you recognize as a weakness or something that you know is not right and needs to be fixed, my darling, fix it. Do everything it takes to fix it. You've recognized it as an imperfection, and if you think that is hampering with things in your life and is not making you grow or advance your purpose, then it's time to fix it. If you think it's not disturbing anything, then maybe leave it. Like, for example, somebody can say that her imperfection is that she has a flat bum bum. I don't think that's affecting anything in the universe. It's not disturbing anything, so you can leave that one. But if your imperfection is you don't have a good time management skill, that's an imperfection that needs to be fixed, because you need good time management skill to actually advance your purpose in life. So embrace your imperfections. Okay, I'm this person, I'm this way. How is this thing affecting these other parts of my life? If it's affecting it detrimentally, fix it. Fix it very quickly. Fix it. Okay? Another point that I put down here on my list on how you can start building a relationship with yourself is pretty much give yourself your love language. Give your love language to yourself and stop waiting for others to give it to you. The love language is quality time. Spend quality time with yourself. Your love language is gift giving. My dear, save the money and buy the gifts and give to yourself. Your love language is words of affirmation. Speak affirmation into your life. Affirm yourself by yourself. Your love language is act of service. Can you do the things that help you? Cook the meal, wash your car, service your, provide yourself with the service. And the last one is, and I had to go quickly check my phone. The last one is physical touch. Touch yourself. I don't mean touch yourself. What I mean by that is interlock fingers with yourself. When you're applying your lotion, for example, take your time and lather it really well on your skin. Give it to yourself. Stop waiting for other people to come and give it to you. Give that love language to yourself. That's how you build a relationship with yourself. See, finally, and in conclusion, I've put down here that you need to be your own best friend, because nobody is going to show up for you like you will show up for yourself. Desire being in a relationship with yourself. Desire it more than anything else. As much as you desire being in a relationship with others, desire being in a relationship with yourself. Desire spending quality time with yourself. Everything else you want others to do for you, or you seek from others, or you will do for others, start doing it with yourself. Love on you. Love on you. That is the best type of relationship you would ever have. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the quality of the relationship you would have with others is heavily dependent on the quality of relationship you would have with yourself. You will love others better and be there for them better when you are first there for yourself. I'll use the analogy of filling up a cup to wrap up this episode. This is you, a glass cup, and you can easily pour into others. So this is you, and then these are maybe, I hope they'll be able to illustrate it correctly. So you are a glass cup here, and then maybe there are 8 other glass cups here that represent different relationships in your life. If your glass cup, this glass cup is literally halfway full, and other people are making demands on your life, it's impossible for you to give them from your glass without shortening your ration. But if you have filled yourself up and you are overflowing with water or with whatever, and other people are making demands of you, it is easy for you to give them without feeling like you are shortchanging yourself, or without feeling frustrated or tired. You will still stay full because you are giving them from an abundant supply of whatever it is that you have poured into yourself. So it's important that you are pouring into yourself first. That way you can sufficiently, conveniently pour into the other people or other relationships in your life. So start prioritizing the relationship with yourself, because truly that's the one way you will thrive in life. That's all I have for you for today's video. If there's any points that I missed out and you know that is very important, let's continue the conversation in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time with another video. Until then, remember to love yourselves and of course, stay very elegant. Take care.